All right, guys, welcome to another episode of Fate of Souls, season 2, episode numero 2. Last time we left off, the party was hired by the city's inquisitor, the city of Paragon, to investigate a flu that's been going around the city. They're kind of pinpointing that it's not something that's caused by your natural occurrence, but by something supernatural. So they're trying to get more info on who the corporate is that is causing this. Right now, they don't have many leads, other than they're thinking that the corporate might be hiding in the sewers, and that's how it's getting to the all the housing and citizens up above. They're using the sewage system to manipulate this supernatural plague onto the citizens of Paragon. So now the party has gone underground into the sewers, trying to find any clues they can to see what they can dig up in the sewer Paragon. That's where we left off. Get that beautiful hype music going. Here we go. Yep. Change here, and this is where the party's at currently here at the capital city. There, there we go. That's where everybody's at right now. So I kind of moved the party out of the way, but this square right here indicates where the party's actually at, where it's the actual square block for the city of Paragon, even though it's kind of not really in the center. Yeah, but in any case, yeah, characters are all this area, and now I have. All right, so we're back at the. And after the group defeated a lurking crocodile, they spend about an hour's time, skinning the crocodile and getting uh, some of its things for either medicines or uh, hide for maybe future leather armor of sorts. But yeah, this is where the party left off and part of the system. I think they're all going to the left right now. But yeah, we're just gonna use since Arya's not here and she was first. We're just gonna go ahead and start with Yu's character and see what Yu's thinking. Although last time I kind of made a mistake, guys, that I forgot to tell you something else that you guys needed to be aware. So what I'm gonna do is have everybody just make a perception check with advantage, because some of you did kind of pass, but um, right now we'll just make a new. So everybody, go ahead and give me a perception check with
Damn you, I remember I rolled a nat 20, thinking I was on the other side. And second,
Oh, nice. Because we're so missing taco. But in any case, when he comes, I mean, we do have one person. Hayden, even though I forgot to mention this, you guys didn't find any like rat tracks that might indicate any suspicious activities for rats in this area. But you do see a bunch of footmarks that you guys didn't notice before, because I guess the metal, this what you're standing on is like a sort of a metal uh grate type passage, just allows water to kind of sink in and not kind of spill and be slippery. The water easily goes in through these little tiny holes, as you can see. You zoom all the way in, you kind of see these little, uh, in the brown, you see this small black little detailed lines. So water just flows in there and kind of is just. Okay, all right, Taco. Yeah, I guess we'll. Hopefully you come back in time. If not, don't worry. But yeah. One thing I forgot to mention. I'm not sure if you remember, Caitlin, but what we're doing is essentially if your character has verbal components, you need to make a phrase to actually cast your spell. So it just start making up phrases. Yeah, start thinking of them right now. Because if you don't say like a certain phrasing, if and it has a verbal component, like if you don't say like, yeah, if it says you'll see in under components, like let's say your shillelagh stick, right? Your shillelagh has a verbal somatic component. Now, if you for whatever reason you can't talk at the moment, you can always write it under. Make sure in the chat box there's as, and then you can look up your character's name and pick that. Make sure you guys to pick as your character. That way your picture comes up every time you do it instead of your Roll20 icon becomes your character. There you go. See, just like that. Yep. Uh, yes. So you can always write like /e space and then write I from the blessed moon, from the blessed, or in this case yours is like from the blessed harvest uh goddess, um please bless this quarterstaff with your magic, and you can write that out. So something like, let's just say right now you did your shillelagh. So it'll be something like this. See, if I go to as your character, it'll basically be like you. So it's /e space or /lowercase e space, and then you can type your, or you would have to actually, yeah, or you can, I think you would have to put like says or whispers or invocates, or whatever you're gonna put. You can put that stuff, or you can just say it. You don't have to do the /e, but it's just a cool. Uh, so yeah, Caitlin, you notice that these tracks are going back and forth. Well, they're not really going back and forth. They seem to all just go into one direction, and they're actually going the opposite way of what you guys are going. But again, there's no rat in, like there's no rat, like tiny little rat footing. So although you see a bunch of other foot tracks going the opposite direction, there isn't that. Now, yeah, I guess you can give me, because you're the only one that passed, give me a history check. And the DC 10. Oh, nice. So the DC was 10 and you got an 18. So you know that big cities like this usually have underground markets, and seeing as there's foot traffic, that uh this is probably where the feet are going. There's more than likely there's footprints are all going towards the black market. So this might be the reason why there's so many footprints, and it leads, like I said, it leads towards the opposite direction of. the way you guys were going, which is back that way. So we'll start with now you don't know this information, but we'll start with you. So you what is your character do?
Well, I'm going to look back to the party. And confirm, Kaylin area. Are we still going left? It's the path's kind of blocked here. I can't move. DM, can I move past them? Or?
No, yeah, you definitely have space to move uh around them. You just can't stand in their square. So if there's a square like this open square here, you can move into that square. You could definitely walk through everybody. You just can't stand there because there's a chance you might slip. You would have to do like a uh an acrobatics check or a dexterity check to see or a strength check. See if you can hold your footing and be on the same square space and not fall in, and, and not fall into the water. But yeah, you can go through them. They're not blocking your walking path.
Okay.
There's plenty of room.
Well, then I'm just going to walk up in between the area and her wolf there. And just ask if we're continuing to go left.
Arya, let me see what Arya gets. I need. Oh, wait, what was? Oh, no, that was the wrong. Wasn't Caitlyn. This was Arya's. So yeah, so Arya rolls a 19, and she also starts to look on the floor. Caitlyn, you probably can notice that because Arya was kind of next to you, kind of can tell that she also notices the tracks going that way, and she looks up at and she says, well, I see a lot of foot tracks that are going the opposite direction. Let's see what she gets in history. Yeah, she doesn't know the same information, so she's not sure. She's like, yeah, she's kind of new to the city. I mean, she's been here briefly, doing odds and ends, but when it comes to the knowledge that Caitlyn knows, she's that's kind of not her. She's never really uh paid attention to that side of the city or been mindful of that side of the city, so kind of oblivious to that type of thing. So she doesn't. She just sees the foot tracks and she mentions it. Uh, anything else you wanted?
No, it's can't really move anywhere else.
Okay. So Caitlin, you upon hearing her say this, what is your character? Roxy, you hear in case of recap, you hear Arya explain to you that she a bunch of footprints that lead in the points into the direction, but it doesn't seem like she has a clue as to why they're heading in. Okay, so yeah, as Kaylin wrote, or as Roxy wrote, Kaylin tells everybody in the group that there's a that most likely that area is the. Is there anything else want to do with the character? Right. So Rogar, he kind of he's just sitting there, doing having that very quiet, um, rugged attitude of his. Uh, so he's not really saying much. He's just like, hmm. He just kind of, I guess, just scratches his face a little bit. Just you hear him go, hmm. As Jade, I guess Jade, you can, yeah, you can definitely hear the conversation. Yeah, you're not that far.
So do we want to try? I'm pretty much just asking the group. Do we want to try head towards the black market, see if we can get any information, or do we just want to keep looking?
I think heading in the path of the footsteps would be a good idea.
If that's where we're heading, then the other two ain't here.
Arya says, okay, guys. And she signals at Lyric. She says, okay, Lyric, start sniffing and see if you can see where the tracks lead. So Lyric will go ahead and start moving the opposite. You also see Rogar. He lights a torch up, or can he dancing? No, he actually does dancing light. Give me a second. This. Make sure I have his spell right. All right, yeah. So he does dancing lights. He starts to you hear him start to do a he starts to flick his 'cause he has his chin out, he starts to flick his wrists and his fingers, and then he starts to say something in draconic. You guys can make sure he's just like whoosh, gish, arosh, ooh. Then you see these dancing lights here. Now these are candles, but just pretend they have the same. All right, so yeah. Yeah, you start to see Arya move along. She starts to uh, back this way. Rick. So yeah, everybody. I guess Jade, you're gonna follow suit. You can be right behind her, and then I'll say is you, and then Caitlin. You guys can move your tokens. Here we go, Caitlin.
Is it working now?
Yes, you're
Hello.
yeah, I'll move you over.
Hi, I can actually talk again. This is great.
Sweet.
Freaking technical difficulties over here.
No.
You're having
Yes, all right.
difficulties.
So
My phone charger won't stay in my phone anymore for some reason.
You gotta love technology, yeah?
I also couldn't get my mic to register. I had to unplug it numerous times and eventually just pretty much back out of Discord, turn the phone into just click the screen off, plug it in, then click it back on and go back in, and it registered.
Yeah, when in doubt, plug it in, turn it off and on again, as they say. Okay.
all right, so you guys will be moving at Aria speed, which is like 35. He's the one that's leading the pack, so I'll just move it. And if you guys want to go ahead and get
Ooh, I'm a fast dwarf.
But I guess for now, you guys are probably gonna leave this up to Lyric, who Arya's companion, the wolf, like a wolf dog companion. It is.
Yeah, I think
So
it
yeah,
is.
so yeah, so yeah, Lyric is. We'll go ahead and I guess I'll because it is both. Do his perception.
This is why I didn't disable my thing when it was going to show the two roles. Just because if I have one or the other pop up, I don't have to do anything special.
Right. So yeah, so he knows exactly where these tracks are leading. They're obviously there's really only one way. He knows that this is the way. Takes you guys.
Great, now we have to deal with wet dog smell. And wet cat,
Yeah,
actually.
so yeah, if there's anything you guys wanna look at, you can roll. Every time I move your characters, you guys can make rolls if you, for like perception or
Okay.
right now. You guys want you start to see the tracks that Lyric is following. Ah yes, there. So yeah, so you see exactly what it is. Now you also notice here I'm gonna say that you saw some bubbles.
Okay. Okay. Guys, there's some bubbles over here. You know, considering what happened last time, it might not be a good thing.
Yeah, Arya's like, well, I think we should be fine. I mean, it's on the other side, so we could probably just pass undetected. I say we moving.
Yeah, I agree. Let's just keep moving, but keep an eye on it. Make sure it doesn't follow us.
Agreed.
Okay then.
All right, so you guys keep moving along forward, and you guys finally make it to they make it here. You guys notice that there is now uh well a couple of things. You guys definitely notice on this side also that you could see this area that's noticeable even without a check that there's something here. and now you also see this new passage, and this is where Lyric actually goes into this passage, and he uh he does like a not a bark, but you know something that a dog would do to indicate that this is where the tracks lead. And yeah, you guys perception check, but not at advantage, except for Lyric, because it doesn't neither does eight. Caitlin, you can switch your if you go to the chat box where it says as, look for your character's name and then select that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that way we know like who's. We can see the icon of the.
Okay.
Yeah. So Arya and Lyrics are kind of dumbfounded, but Caitlin, you kind of. I'll just have you guys kind of step in here. So actually, I'll put you. All right, so you guys, yeah, you see them kind of looking at the wall, and you see Arya scratching her head, and Lyric is kind of like he's snorting. He's like something caught, like something he didn't want to smell. He smelt it, and he's not having a good time right now. You hear him sneezing, as a dog would sneeze. Smelled too much of something. Um, yeah, Caitlin.
So he's sniffing the wall, is he? Or something like that.
No, he's not sniffing the wall.
Oh,
He's
sorry.
sniffing at the wall. Like he was sniffing, and then all of a sudden he just starts like compulse sniffing, like sneezing. Like he
Okay.
caught wind of something he didn't want to catch wind. But you notice that the tracks lead this way,
Okay.
and specifically on this side, not like on the side they're on. They're not. The
Okay.
tracks are not on this side. They're actually.
On that side. Okay. All right.
Jade, you also notice the same.
Yeah.
Now, could I
So-
roll a perception to see if there was anything near where he was sniffing that might have caused him to sneeze?
I cast banana.
Man.
You cast what?
None. I mean, are we in a turn order right now?
No, you guys can always like it's sort of like free for all. It's only really I only do turn order just to make sure
Alright.
everybody gets a limelight.
I do dancing lights then.
We already have
Yeah,
dancing
I
lights.
actually did.
You
Yeah,
just haven't
you
moved
already
them.
have dancing lights. You already have them.
Nope, I can't. I don't think I know what caused him to start sneezing.
I guess I go over, if I can, to where Lyric is and have a look around to see what made the. So, what over here, if I can?
Yeah, it's probably just dust, but you can give me a perception check. Like another one.
Okay.
I can't see like most of my lights.
Those aren't your lights. Rogar casted it.
What?
Rogar. That's is Rogar's spell.
Yeah, I am Rogar.
Oh, you're back? You didn't
Yeah.
say anything. I didn't realize.
Okay, so yeah, so Rogar is lighting the way. Yeah, you could tell that actually I think it would have been more a I'll say okay. Give me a survival check with event.
Okay.
'Cause
Survival?
you're
Okay.
getting with event.
Whenever I move a light, it moves 2 lights.
Yeah, I grouped them up.
I can't
I have to.
can't find the other 2 lights.
Yeah, you're moving them like a.
I can't even see them. I only see the one.
Yeah, I have to. I have no idea. Hold on.
It must be helpful if this map wasn't pitch black. But
Not moving.
it's a sewer, so to be expected.
Okay, I found it. I just deleted them, so I'll go ahead and. There, those are separate, so you can move them. All right, yeah. What was the last thing I said? Yeah. So okay. Actually, you also notice that the smell is some kind of smelly like it smells like uh humanoid sweat, and it's really like just foul, like someone who probably hasn't showered in a long time and probably stepped on like some nasty gunk, and they just been coming down here. Now this gunk, you also see uh the same kind. These are like where you would see different type of footsteps. These are like particular footsteps, and they lead this way.
Say that.
They lead like, yeah, just like that. These are particular kind of footsteps. You think that these footsteps are all probably leading to maybe because they're just different, but these footsteps, on the other hand, are particular. Seems to be like a group of uh, the same kind of group, the same kind. How can I say? I guess same kind of group compared to these ones who all seem to be like different sporadic footprints,
Okay.
and these all have like the same kind of, I guess, march to them, and they just have like this body or some kind of this nasty order that Lyric didn't like. But he's like confused, and Sora's like, Arya's just like, "Are you okay?" She you her she goes prone, and she's pet her dog as she in crouch position,
Mm.
taking care of Lyric. But you think that the way to go is this.
Okay.
You still think this is the right versus this one. That's a different direction, different footprint.
Okay.
This one in particular has the one on the top.
Mm-hmm.
Those footprints, you notice there's 5 footprints,
They're what? Sorry.
and these ones are
Spy.
there are 5 different sets of footprints
Mm-hmm.
that lead this way.
Okay.
This one has multiple sets of footprints that are all different, and they don't look like, yeah, they don't look in unison. But these footprints look in
Oh, like they were marching or something. Okay.
right, like a sort of a, like, yeah, they were definitely trying to keep not this.
Well, I kind of kneel down to Lyric. I'm like, well, no wonder you're sneezing, because some stinky people definitely came through this way. And yeah, I tell them there's sort of it's like someone's marching in this direction, whereas these ones over here are more sporadic. So I have a feeling that where we want to go is, what was it? That way. Okay. Yeah. So I kind of point in the direction. Yeah, that. Yeah.
So they, yeah, guess you hear Caitlin say this. What is your character?
All right. Well, that's. I'm just going to follow the group because it's. I've not seen any of the footsteps yet. So wherever Caitlin says to go, that's. I will follow her.
Jade Wargar.
I'm just kind of just waiting.
All right, so Arya, she goes, yeah, I don't know, this, we just can't, she goes, yeah, poor Lyric, he's just, very confused right now. I guess that whatever he sniffed was just not good, so, Caitlin, if you say so, I guess we can go. And she tells Lyric, okay, Lyric, why don't you, hopefully he's okay, and, she says, Lyric, why don't you follow behind me? Just stay behind me, okay? Just in case. And she's kind of has her bow ready, just in case. She has like an unsettling feeling, but she has Lyric follow him behind. This cannot
So, quick thing.
follow
So,
on.
did we find any rat trails, or is this just scents we have found right now?
No. Caitlin mentioned that the reason why you guys came this way is because of Caitlin's history check. She said that the more than likely when she found, okay, here's what happened. She found some foot tracks that led the opposite way, the way you guys were all going originally. But and then I had her made a history check that indicated that this might be the direction that the black market is in. So if you guys would find information, it would probably, like, if you need to find more information, it would probably be good to find this black market, which is not easy to find. But now you guys been finding this. Basically, you guys been making work, trying to figure out how to get through this. So you see Arya just kind of like she peeks through, and Lyric is right behind her, and she doesn't see anything. So she signals Jade, and you can see her signaling Jade to like everything's fine. Lyric just goes like that, and now she puts her. You see her kind of drop her guard a little bit and wondering like, oh, there's just seems like something kind of confused.
We go ahead and move up.
You can see. Yeah, you see Arya confused. Like she drops her guard though. You see her like where she would like she had her bow, and she was holding her. She was like looked like she might be ready to use her, like grab an arrow if she needed to. But you see her drop her guard. Like she's no longer. She's like more at ease, but now she has a confused face as you step in. You also see Arya's and her dropping her. Kaylin and Roll, you see you and you I think you can still see you. Yeah, you can still see you, but you can't see Jade or Arya
Okay.
and Lyric. But what do you do?
Well, so what was that? Do I notice Arya pulling out her bow kind of thing.
No, you can't see this. Only you can
Oh,
see.
only you. Sorry. Okay. Well, I guess I kind of like just grip my short stuff, kind of just ready in case anything comes out.
Did you can also move forward too.
Yeah, I'll move forward as well. Kind of, yeah, just behind you. Here we go. Oh, maybe not that close. About there.
You would be along the wall. So
Oh,
you would be like climbing.
oh, okay. No, I don't want to
That's
climb.
a wall.
So maybe about.
So you can I'll move this so you can
Yeah, I'll be
get
probably
there or
be about there if I can. Oh, yeah, about there. Yeah.
oh here? Yeah. You can also move your character.
Of course. Yeah, yeah, that would be good. So I'm not just looking at a wall. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys can always move freely, but it can't be more than 30 feet apart from it. You have to stay kind of there, unless your intention is to move out of. You can technically. I mean, you could move out of 30 feet, but
Yeah,
So
I think
Did some people go that way and some people go that way?
you could choose to do that, but
Did most people go that way?
everybody seems to have gone this way, based on what Caitlin told the party.
Okay.
Yeah, there seems to be some kind of unwanted, nasty, group of 5 people this way, and there seems to be all types of footing that goes.
Within my field of. Oh, sorry.
Is there a fourth light I'm just not seeing?
Yeah. Yeah, so Caitlin and you see, I think Rogar you can probably make out. But Arya doesn't seem like she kind of went with her bow, like she didn't have an arrow ready. She just had like her bow, like it looked like a kind of like a sort of guarded stance. But now she seems confused.
Mm-hmm.
As Arya kind of just she sees you guys coming along and then she kind of here this way with it.
Now, real quick question. Because this is within my character's field of view, would I be able to roll a perception check to be able to see what is on that far wall?
Yeah, if you get closer to it, yeah, you can.
Let me see.
How far are you? I guess 30 feet is fine. Not have to be. Oh, sorry. Might want to accept.
Okay, so I would.
I thought I had my ruler on me.
Okay. Okay, so I would then go and would it be a perception check?
No, it would be a history or survival.
Let me see.
Let's say probably say.
Okay, well I'd rather be history. Oops, I clicked it and it ended up rolling twice.
All right. Well, the first one, I mean, would have passed, and the second one would have passed too. You know this markings. If you had a rogue, would probably be.
Thieves can't.
This seems to be something. Yeah, this is something rogues are familiar. You know that this is probably like you've seen this kind of markings, and rogues are definitely how to read. But what you do see, is you can make out a couple of you see a couple of they look like things you can press on the wall. Looks like yeah, you could definitely press something on the wall. You notice that if you press on them, something might happen. Now the symbols, now it has a scripture and then it has these symbols. So the scripture has something and then there's these symbols, and three symbols is one is a snake, the other one is a bird, and the final one is a fish.
Okay, did anyone just imagine the stone spinning things in Skyrim when he said that?
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay, now, but now I would ask the party, I would like kind of try to draw them over and say, can anyone read this before I do anything else?
So Kaylin and Rogar, you kind of hear sounds like Jade is saying something, but you're not too sure what it's saying. Arya,
Wait, so I
yeah,
hear her like saying something, but I can't hear it.
yeah, you hear mumbling, because didn't indicate specifically how loud they were. They would have to yell, pretty loud. Like they would have to be yelling at this. So 30 feet is like the point of you can hear
All
people.
right, so then
essentially.
but
And 60
I didn't
feet is
I didn't
like
I
you yelling.
just want to clarify. I didn't hear what she said, but I heard her trying to say something.
Right. You heard like you heard her talking. You're just not sure
All
what she
right,
said.
then
Let's see.
I would cast message and then tell her to repeat that because message.
So you hear, yeah. Wait, hold on. Let me see. Yeah, can you put message up? So yeah, were you here when I told you about earlier what your characters have to do? So you try to you want to retry the spell again? I'll let you retry. But next time you basically, if you don't RP it with using the components or whatever the components say, like basically your spell doesn't work. Did the spell wrong.
Oh,
You have
I don't know
to
if I was here for that.
okay, so basically whatever the component says, you have to use the components except for the material. If it says material, you don't need it if you have a focus. You don't need the material, right? Unless it expends the material, then of course you would need it. But essentially you can grab your focus and do the somatic part with the focus, and that's both somatic and material. And then the vocal part, the V, which is the vocal, that part you have to actually say a phrasing. You have to say some kind of phrase in order for you to do it. And if you don't play it out that way, then essentially I tell you that you lose your action and you lose the spell.
Okay.
But you don't lose the I don't know if I don't think I'll be that harsh. I might, but yeah. Essentially your spell didn't go off without a hitch. I was just say you keep your spell slot, but you did the incantation. And you won't burn the spell slot till you actually do it right.
So I just all right, then I point at where I'm pretty sure Jade is, and then I take out a short piece of copper wire, and then mumble a message for her to repeat her message she said.
Well, yeah, the verbal part is like you saying something in Draconic,
No,
or you can say something in common,
the
but
verbal
it's
part
like
is whispering the message. I'm pretty sure that's the verbal part.
no, it has to be some kind of actual saying before you get your message. So you have to say like think of Harry Potter, like like Expelliarmus, and then you say, Jay, can you hear me? Like, can you repeat
No, but
what I'm
what I'm
saying?
trying to say is I'm pretty sure the voice component is actually the message.
No, yeah, I get what you're saying, but I'm telling you that this is how you have to play it out in order for it. In any case, Yeah, you get your point. You get your message across. But next time, just think of phrases that you can say. It could be a one-liner. It could be a whole thing, like a whole sentence. Just think of a phrase in order for you. And then, but yeah, Jade, you hear Rogar talking to you, so you can actually talk back to him and tell him what it is.
I found some weird writing. I was trying to see if anyone else could read it. Anyone else?
I guess I relay it back to like Caitlin and you. Yeah, Jade found some weird writing, and does anyone know if they might be able to help her figure it out?
Yeah, it's I'll make my way over there. And what language is it? Or that's I'm gonna help Jade read the symbols there.
Jade.
Hello?
Yeah, they were talking.
He said he was going to come over and see if he could read it.
Yeah,
I thought,
it's I'm here. I'd like to see where the symbols are and see if I can read them.
well, I'd point them out to you. Seeing they're over on this wall.
And then yeah, with Eyes of the Rune Keeper, that's I can read all writing. So I'd like to see what it
Oh,
says.
oh yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. Just next time, just click on your thing.
That is an awesome ability.
I tried to click on it to have it go in the message, but it didn't. There's a chat bubble there.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go. See, yeah. That way we can speed it up and we don't have to wait. Yeah, just put it out there. Now, yeah. So, yeah, you read this thing. Say, it says, bird plus snake equals fish, and and you see three symbols on the wall. Um, actually, yeah, you see another three symbols on the wall that have a symbol of a bird, snake, and a fish. So it says something. Yeah, the symbols go like a symbol of a. The writing says fish plus bird equals thing. Now give me, I guess, give me insight check. Yeah, you give me a. All right, you automatically know that the answer is fish. And you see the writing says fish. It says bird plus snake equals fish, and then you see the three you see an actual icon of a bird, a snake, and a fish. So you know the answer is fish.
And with that, I'll press the fish. It's at. You said there was stones that were
Okay, so,
pressable.
yeah, yeah, okay, yeah, yeah. You press it, and then you hear a locking mechanism start to click. Yeah, you hear that, and you see the walls start to go. They start to move from where Jade's at, and they start to go towards um the inside of the wall, and then you see them bury themselves from a right to left. So now those walls are now the ground. Like, let's just pretend like they moved inside. I'm like, and it's now the ground. So now these that grayish, these walls that look like walls, now they're not walls. It's actual ground. And you guys can pass through. And as uh, you see this group of people here. You see this group. Yeah, you see this group of people. Can you see them? You.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I see them.
All right. You see them look. Yeah, you see them look at you. Like for a quick second, because they heard the door open. You see them look at you, and then they just like look away from you guys. And then this guy here, he's like he kind of peeks his head, and then he just like you see him just unpeek his head. And you hear like you start to hear whisperings. You can hear people talking.
Okay. Let's all slowly make my way in and keep an eye on them. If they, it's well, actually, can I hold an Eldritch Blast? It's in case they move on us or start to attack.
Uh, sh- I mean, yeah, you could. Give me an insight check first. Ooh, a one.
Okay, what could I roll as well, considering I can see them?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, let's hope this is better.
All right, you're kind of nervous, and Jade, you just don't feel like they're actually posing a threat to you guys. Like you could tell these are some seriously shady characters, but for some reason they are not posing any threat to you. Like they're literally minding their own business.
Okay, so
But you know they're shady though. You know they're hands down. They're just minding their own business. Like they just stared because obviously the door more than likely the door when it opened, it's like you hear a door open, you're like, oh, who's that? And then you just go back to whatever you're
okay, so I basically relay to the party. Keep an eye on your pockets. These guys look like shady, but it seems like as long as we leave them alone, they'll leave us alone.
All right, that sounds good.
Lyric starts to walk up next to Rogar and Arya coming up. Caitlin and yeah, I guess everybody can kind of overhear this.
Yeah, I just nod to to you to and Jade to show that I heard everything.
Yeah, you guys are in Jade's normal voice. So you guys can definitely hear like, oh yeah, like just stick together.
This is
And Arya starts to move forward with Lyric behind her. Okay, you hear Arya like kind of say, keep up, Lyric. So I'm gonna say Jade, because you're there and you're there, you guys can go first.
I would actually like try to stay up towards the front, considering my character's meant to be a tank.
I'll go move
Good
into
idea.
the room.
All right, you goes into the room.
I would.
How do you proceed in the room? Like, what's your like your
Uh,
your attitude right now?
it's I'm still a little nervous seeing those non-savory characters in the corner, but seeing everybody that's in the room, I'm gonna keep an eye on everybody to make sure everybody's friendly, and of course wait for the entire party to get in.
Right. So yeah, Jade and you guys see other people also standing there. These other people that are standing there don't look menacing at all. You can tell right away that they're not like the guys that are in the corner. They just look like people who just like hang down out here. But they're all like, they're still kind of in the realm of shady.
Okay, sorry, I had to move my character over so that the look button wasn't on top of his character icon because I couldn't change how my character's looking.
Yeah, you guys can all move freely. I'm gonna move Arya. Okay. Yeah, I'll move. Rogar, you step in and you also see now you saw the shady people standing in the corner, and then you see this woman in front, and they're kind of having a talk. You move over by the shady people, and they kind of like the thug now looks in your direction, just watching you because you got really close, and now the rogue is looking at you.
Hmm?
And then the rogue grumbles. You're like, like, uh. And he just like starts to whisper. He's like,
Who's whispering?
the thug. He's whispering to
I mean, which
the
one?
people
Like,
around him.
there's multiple people.
The one in the corner, the one that says thug.
I only see dweller, dweller, hobo, hobo, dweller, dweller, dweller.
You should be able to see.
Oh,
I'd
I
like-
see
Look
him.
straight down.
Oh, are you? Oh, you're not. You have to. Oh, because you can't see this. Can you see this person?
No, I don't. I don't see. Talking about laid down here, I don't see none.
Oh, if you move your character like this, probably. But you can't. Yeah, these guys are like in a dark. Actually, let me put another.
No, there's people there.
That better.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So there was okay. So I'll just say that you weren't aware, but yeah, okay. So we'll retrace that step. So go ahead and move again. Tell me what you want to do. Want to just chill there? Or...
I was moving there because I thought that was a corner, but I'm just staying where I
okay.
was.
Yeah. There was people there. All right, so we'll go back to that. Okay. Seeing as you see Jade, you see you kind of nervous, not too sure. He's keeping kind of like, even though he bravely stepped in, just to look not as scared. I guess he kind of like makes his wits once. Doesn't want to seem too like a weakling, I guess. So he took the first step in, and you take a step like right next to him, and Kaylin, you yeah, give me a another, give me an insight check.
Inside? Okay.
Yeah, you probably think this is most likely the black market area.
I whisper, like, hopefully here everyone can hear me go, yeah, I would say this is the black market. So there'll be some rather sketchy people here, in case you can't tell.
So who's doing what?
Well, I'm gonna keep behind Arya and sort of have my quarter stuff by my side just in case.
Kind of laying back, trying to see if anyone's coming up from behind us.
uh, Arya goes, black market? Goes, what is that, Caitlin?
That's where you can buy stuff that you find at a reputable store.
Also, are you people you don't want?
Yeah. These aren't your usual, standard tavern folk, I would say.
Wow, these kind of places exist.
Oh, yes.
She goes, well, this is interesting, and Arya just starts to walk. Come on, Lyric, stay close. And yeah, she sees these thug legs and starts to move.
Yeah, I would be making a point of staying near her, and she's farthest ahead.
Yeah, you see Kaylin and Arya start to walk up.
Because
Seems like
I'd be.
Arya's like her wanderlust came in to effect, and I know her character. She's very curious, a curious cat. So curiosity will kill Arya.
Hopefully not.
And she starts to walk up. She starts to walk up, and yeah, she's you guys see these dwellers here. You guys notice that there's these really scroungy, like really tattered. Their clothes are really dirty. Definitely smelly, danky place. As soon as you enter that area, you tell they haven't washed in maybe like months. These guys are just straight homeless, and one of them is like looking around, and the other one seems to be kind of half asleep. And the other one takes out like an empty bottle and like takes the last drop, and he looks just looks out of it.
Maybe we can ask some people around here to see if they know anything about the flu.
Who was that? That
That
was
was
you.
you. To the party. Well, everybody that's around.
I'm just kind of as close as I can to Arya. I'm like, just be careful what you say. These guys are easily offended. Because, yeah, I have a feeling, well, obviously she hasn't been here to these places, so, want to keep a close eye on her.
Goes, hey, I guess I'll try not to be rash, but no promises. Because now in the let's see, yes, as you guys are moving, yeah, you can hear a clinking sound as you're stepping towards. Arya hears it, and Jade, you hear a clink, clink. Want to give me a perception check? You guys notice also that Rogar's not seems to have stayed behind.
Yeah, those. I'm wanting to keep my eye on the stabby people.
Probably
Uh,
idea, I'd say.
give me a stealth roll. Give me a stealth roll, Rogar. Their passive perception is a 10.
They,
Yeah,
they
they
see the
notice
giant
that you're
trap
looking
form.
at them, and not the rogue and the thug now notice that you're looking at them,
I mean, I'm not trying to listen
and
to
now
them.
there's
I'm just trying to see if they're gonna go start stabbing people.
yeah yeah. Did you hear anything that were you there when Jade said anything? No, I don't. Yeah, you heard Jade say that it looks like finding their own stay close by, but yeah, you've been like behind and kind of looking in their direction. They're kind of just like now they're just now they're just one of them is looking at you. The rogue is definitely the thug. He looked at you again and then he's like going back. He's like whispering, but now the rogue is just looking. And wait, who? Oh, okay. I say I'll say that you know this sound, Jade, because you're a smith. I'll say it's an
Yeah.
easy pass for you. You're a smith. You know this is a smith sound, and it's coming from this direction.
Yay.
You guys are pretty much free from here on to roleplay and do things.
Hey,
you
look
see fit.
who's here.
Hey.
He's not in the chat yet, though.
Yeah, sorry if I'm kind of quiet right now. I'm just trying to do the weird things you were talking about.
Okay, yeah. So you also did leave. So he said he's gonna be he'll message get back on. He says wife is sick. Not an issue. But yeah. At least I know what his attitude is right now. And Rogar, what were you saying? I'm sorry?
Yeah, I said something from quiet right now. I'm just typing some stuff out.
Um yeah, so you guys are free to move however you guys want.
I'm
I'm not really
gonna
I'm not
wait
really gonna say much.
because oh, Aria just Lizzie, whatever, just popped in. It's the actual game, so I'd say we'll wait a minute and see if she
Hi.
pops in the chat.
Oh,
I've
there
been
she
here
is.
for like
All
a
right,
minute
Arya.
now.
So yeah, welcome, Arya.
We found the black
Your
market.
character, your character's yeah, your character's farm the black market, kind of like because you're a Tabaxi. I say that curiosity kills the cat, so you're kind of excited and a little bit worried about thugs. You see like these thug shady people all over the place, and you're not too sure what's happening, but you're like, this is kind of excited. I kind of role played it that your character is like didn't know what a black market was because she failed some checks, so she's kind of oblivious to the black market scene until Caitlyn. Yeah, until Caitlyn made her aware that such places exist.
Yeah. I'm world weary
So
and jaded, so I'm keeping an eye on you. Make sure you know nothing bad happens. Um,
so where are we?
um,
There we go. Okay, so that's where we're at right now, and yeah, you guys basically, the stage is set. You guys could roam, do whatever you want. It's free, unless I have to kind of intervene a little bit. But yeah, you guys are free to do whatever you want. I'm not gonna say much. It's basically heavy role play session.
could I do like a check? I don't know if it would be inside or whatever to see if anyone around here looks like they've got a flu or are looking Well, I guess they already look rough, but
Well,
you
there's
know,
some
if anyone
hobos.
looks off, yeah. Well, you know, if anyone looks like they've got a flu or anything horrible.
Yeah, sure. They check.
Inside check? Okay.
Yeah, everybody here seems fine to you.
Okay.
No one seems like out of place. Or there you don't see anyone like coughing. Except for the hobos. They are coughing, but they're really dirty.
Okay.
And it's probably just you think that it might be just a hobo cough and
Yeah.
something a dirty person.
Yeah. I live in a hellhole cough kind of thing. Okay.
Pretty much.
Okay, so at this point, I'd say Jade would try to take the lead and march over to what she thinks is probably the black market proper, while this is just kind of an entrance thing. Mm,
As you get closer, you hear more of the clink sounds get louder.
Yeah.
More of those.
Yeah,
I think you can make out the person that's making the.
yeah, I'm moving ahead
Pretty sure,
slowly and cautiously, not wanting to alarm anybody, either make and all that.
Yeah, this area seems like a kind of. Let me see. How far can you see?
I mean, I have dark vision, so even if it's dark.
Yeah, so I'll tell you what you're seeing. I can see what you can see with your dark vision. So, yeah, to your right, you see the same kind of writing that you saw before you entered. It's right there on your right hand side, about 40 degrees. Do you see that? You see a couple of doors, right there. This way, you see this figure standing there. You can kind of make out. It looks like a rat, but this is not your typical rat. This is a humanoid rat.
Crap,
So
folk.
basically, you can. I'm not sure. Give me a history check.
Yeah, I know if rat folk is my character. It's like I'm pretty damn sure that what's on the wall is thieves can't, but does my character even know what the hell that is?
Yeah, this is probably like a were rat of some sort, which is weird because you're like, wait a minute, were rats? You've probably never seen a were rat in your life, so this is like a new thing,
Now,
for you. And then all the way over here, you see this. Here we go. All the way over here, you see like this geared plated individual just standing there. And you also see some like you could barely make it out, but you also see the corner. You kind of see feet, and then this side you can see a plated person just standing there. They look like they're more than likely guarding something. And then you hear this the thing. So you can the way this area looks also looks kind of like a definitely what you would think of a market. Looks very marketish, like something where instead of it being out like an outdoor area, this looks like a common area for dwellers here, just to talk and mingle and chit chat. And they just kind of people just standing around all over the place, chit chatting and whatnot. And then yeah, you hear the clinking sounds, and you see like a door also on the side. Kind of make I think you can kind of make that. It looks like an area for. You keep going down further. It kind of feels like a sort of a plaza. Basically, a plaza area.
The last thing, well, actually, two things that I would do would be one, I'd point out the writing to you and see if and ask him what it says.
And he steps over and he's like, yeah, it's interesting. Goes, I guess I'll go take a look. So you start to see you and Jade go over and then see
I would
this,
be staying. I would be staying with him because he was acting nervous earlier.
yeah, Arya starts to move up, I guess, and like
Hey.
she's curious too, is what's making that clink sound. Oh, do you want to? I totally forgot you.
Oh yeah, you're back.
Sorry. Do you want to move up with them? Do you want to move up with them?
Sure. Of my own free will.
Of your own free will, yeah. So
There
you
is
heard-
no
earlier
free
you heard
will.
clinking
God's
sound.
will is absolute.
Earlier you heard a clinking sound. Now as you make forward, you see this. Yeah, you can give me a history check. Actually, you know what? I think your people might have seen the rat folk before. Okay, so Rogar also comes behind
Am I making a
Civic,
check
so
or not?
Sure, give me one, and I'll give you advantage because like I think my lore would specifically say that this humanoid before. Give me a history. All right. I'll say that you definitely for you think this isn't a were rat. This is an actual you know that you know from your history that the were rats, there's a difference between a were rat and the scavens, and the scavens are a product of were rats, but they're basically they're no longer were rats. They're like they've become their own thing,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll stay that way. As a were rat would turn back into humanoid form, or whatever humanoid form they were originally. This is more than likely an actual, just the actual scaven rate
Okay.
or rat folk. So he's not an actual were rat. And you see him there hammering away. He has this crazy longbow on his back as he's hammering away. He looks like, really intimidating. Just a scary looking person. But he's not necessarily intimidating everybody. He just has that factor to him. He's seen some stuff, and you hear him thinking away, and you see I think around the corner you can kind of see the table that he has armaments and the a bunch of the different boxes there that he keeps doing this thing.
I was gonna say after we figured out that said, I would have had Jade move over towards the smith to see what was up with him, and that would have been what I was done doing, what I wanted.
So you just wanted to see what the smith. All right, yeah.
Well,
So you
first,
know for a fact this is
first I was waiting on. I wanted to know what that said. See, first, just to be aware of it. That's why I asked you about that first.
all right. So you're okay now? Did you still want to know?
Well, you either one of you, that's you, never said what that actually
Yeah.
said. He never read it.
Oh, okay. He comes up to it and he are you gonna stay behind him or are you gonna go?
I would have stayed right around here.
Okay, so yeah, he goes up to it and he says that he tells you, yes, there's his Thieves Guild. Thieves Guild tavern.
Okay, and then it would have then finally gone off to see what the smith was making, what he had. But I'll just move her in that direction. I'll actually do that in a little bit, let everyone else do their thing.
So he sees you walk away and he just
Yep.
and he approaches you and he says, well, Is this a tavern? Maybe we can get some info at the tavern. Maybe that's a good place to start. We can get some more information.
Okay. So yeah, whatever laid the looks like there's a tavern, or not to the rest of them. The party.
So
Crash, give me a second.
Peyton, you're way back there.
yep. Whoop. Okay. So this is a tavern. I gather it has a bar. So if there's a bar, I think I'll head in that direction because barkeepers, in my experience, usually hear a lot of interesting things.
Are you gonna be that far behind them?
New, Aishel. Where am I? Did not realize I was that far behind. Where am I? I think I. Okay. So yeah. Yeah. Move to about where
Say, ping where
you
we
is.
are. Thank you.
All right. Yeah. Rogar, you see, you heard you whispering over to Jade, and Caitlin. Did you say you were behind them too when that happened?
I think I would have heard, something.
Okay, yeah. So you heard them say, you heard you tell Jade that it's probably a good place, and yeah. So yeah, and Rogar, you're right there next to Art. I guess.
Yeah.
Anything you want your PCs do?
Yeah, he wants to get the heck out of here, but everyone else wants to seem to stay here.
Okay, so I guess we'll go back to Arya. Is there anything?
Well, I wanted to move up and check out the rat person, but I had to restart my thing again.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead and move up.
It's still loading. So I can't really move right now until it loads. This computer does not like me.
All right, so I guess we'll just wait for and we'll go back to Jade.
Okay, then if it's me, I would have then walked the rest of the way and began and basically started to. I would have made sure that he noticed me before I started doing this. Like wave at him, and I'd start looking at his wares, see what he had.
Yeah, you notice that he has pretty good wares. They're made pretty good quality for what it is. But give me a Smith tool.
How the hell do I do that?
It's under Smith tools and the left
Oh,
column.
I know where it's at. I just didn't know what I would do.
Just click on it. Just press on Smith tools. Yeah. Out of one of those tools, you notice that this guy has the ability to make magic. He actually has not a lot, but there's definitely one or two magic items that he carries within there. And he looks at you, he says, "Ah, yeah. Well, step right up, step right." Interesting, dwarf. Is there anything you see that you like?
Okay, first off, out of character, I love that voice.
You want some candy?
Hey, little one.
So you said there is the I would just be. What kind of like? What does he have that I can see?
Yeah, he has. Yeah, he has. Da-da-da, let me. I know there's like a bunch. Could probably make it.
You got a component bag?
It's. Does he have a Wait, what do you?
Yeah, does he?
Who?
The
Oh,
shop.
you mean the merchant? Merchant.
Oh, this guy. He's a blacksmith. He's the blacksmith guy.
He might have some. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you can try asking him. As a matter of fact, I don't think there's light. Need to put more lighting sources.
I mean, the forge itself would probably be, if it is on, if it's lit, it'd be light.
Yeah, the forge would have. But I'll just put like. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that now.
See what?
We, the this guy, the guy
The
that Jade's
blacksmith?
talking
Yeah, I can see him.
to. Okay, so yeah, so I mean, you can go talk to him if you want, but you see Jade talking to him, and let's see. I'm gonna say, give me a, yeah, 1 or 2, Jade.
2.
All right, I'm gonna say he has something that you might want, and it's magical. Magical item that you. Like it's not the magical sword. Now, it's
No,
not
no,
like the magical sword you're looking for. But I'm saying like it's something, yeah, that whatever. What I don't the Warhammer. So he has like a magical Warhammer.
So, okay, so I would probably inquire after it. To ask if I could pretty much hold it, inspect it, and how much it would be.
Yeah, he goes, yeah, just give me a second. And he sets down his he starts to set his tools down, um and then you see him wipe his hands, and he like goes over and looks at he says, you have a good eye, don't you? This one's special, rare quality. Took me a while to make, you know. It's not easy coming with the materials for this kind of thing. I say I'm proud of this. And he shows, like, he holds it in your face, and then you can, like, he doesn't let you touch it, but he holds it up like where you can see it, and
Okay,
like you can see the fine scratchment, but you can yeah, give me another smith. Yeah, you could, I mean, you could tell that it's a this thing, the stats on this thing is just basically your +1. It's a basic +1 Warhammer.
okay, and it
You
looks,
know that it has magical property.
then it looks like it. This looks like it's well made.
Yeah, it's really well made. At least well made as can be.
Okay, so it's real. It will hold up in battle.
Yeah, it will definitely hold.
Somebody's moving. Okay, so I would inquire then on price.
Was this one? And he tells you. Actually, give me a second. I need to grab my book. Right. Yeah, just want to see what this. So yeah, so he tells you, this goes for 1,000, and 1,000 plus, um, plus how much is whatever the Warhammer weapon? I forget what the price on, but I think it's something like maybe like 10. It's probably like 1,010. But yeah, it's just 1,010. I'll just say he says that 1,000. This is very quality item. I'm surprised most people just overlook sorts of things. Then again, you are a dwarf, and dwarfs have a king set.
That a lot of money.
Yeah, I was gonna try to barter with him, but I don't think I can barter him low enough.
You can try and see maybe if you can trade your alligator leather, crocodile leather.
That's good. He might be able to. Yeah, that's a very good idea. I would kind of indicate to Arya to have Lyric walk over. Since he's got the leather strapped to him.
And now we're over here.
And yeah, you see the with one eye open, like that's the only eye you can see because the other eye is like masked in this like head armor headpiece, and he's like with the one eye that he is that you can see open, he's grinning. Hear him go, eh.
I'm good. I just want to make a note that I'm looking at the stuff too.
Okay, you would have to be here or here,
Okay.
closer where he can.
Okay, then I'll move over. There.
Ah, I haven't seen a kitty in a. Are you?
Tabaxi.
It's okay. I don't bite.
Yeah, I moved closer to Arya.
But what can I do for?
I'm just looking.
All right, you can give me a guess a history or an intelligence check. Yeah, these just look like normal items to you, like regular. You not too sure, but they seem coming from this guy. It feels like these are battle hardened
Mm-hmm.
weaponry.
Um, I'm just going to continue to look while Jade does their thing. And while Jade's doing their thing, I'm gonna slowly walk back around, back behind Lyric, because I'm not interested in any of this.
So yeah, Jade lyrics right there next to you, and
So I would indicate to the dog and the leather and ask how much would this be worth to you.
he goes, and he sniffs around. He goes, seems oddly familiar. He goes, he scratches his head. I don't know why this seems familiar, but he not looking for.
The crocodile was.
He goes, I might. He goes, probably say you can take this to another worker and see what they think. But I'm not too interested. Maybe it was a shiny man. I might be. You have any? Any ore for sale?
Sadly, I do.
When you see him,
Unfortunately, I do not have any ore.
see. Then, will you be purchasing this fighting fighting today?
I'm afraid it's a little out of my price range at the moment, but I will be back.
Uh-huh. You finally have the coin. Uh, definitely be here. Hopefully, I usually have these things in stock for a while. Yeah, they get out of my hair.
I would also inquire if there is a leather worker down here.
Uh, you might want to talk to probably the guy next door. Anybody, if anybody takes it, it's probably the merchants right next door to me. And he points you in this direction. So you could go like this, and then
Okay. Okay, so I would thank him for his time and then step away.
he goes, yeah, brown.
I'd nod, walk back to the group.
Was you tells you go to the tavern and dig up there?
Sounds good.
I nod.
But no, I would like to see these merchants before we leave, see if we can get a price on this.
Are you telling you that?
And
Are you
the,
telling the whole
the
group?
group, I'm fine going for information now, but before we leave, I'd like to see if we can find
Ah.
merchants, see if we can get a price on the leather before it gets damaged or anything.
So it's really like.
Yeah, anybody? You goes, well, I, I guess I can. Will you be okay if I head in? Or should we just stay together?
Let's stay
Should
together.
probably stay together.
Stay together.
Okay, lead the way then, Jay.
Lily,
And he steps.
I'm trying to let. I'm doing a lot of talking. I'm trying to let the people do what they want to.
Well, yeah, you kind of. Everybody else seems like they're kind of just following your pacing.
Okay,
and,
so
you're the one that has
So would the I'm not sure. Just would the tavern in that direction? If I can figure this out,
yeah, the way you just
the way I'm
you're-
facing.
you just move your yeah.
Okay.
And the merchant for the leather is this way.
So yeah, I would move ahead, looking for the information, and assume that we would be able to get the price on the way out. One, two. So I'd probably go about to there then.
Could I just have been like, while everyone's talking, like have a look around just to see if anyone is looking oddly in our direction, because we are a rather odd-looking bunch.
I mean, there's a dwarf and an elf near each other,
Yeah,
and they're
a
not
taxi,
at each other's throats.
Yeah, we're not like
There's also
trying to kill each other.
Now, are you guys? How do you say your clothing is? Is it like tattered? Is it clean? Is it like let's start with let's just start with Arya, and then I'll say I can't really say for you, but I think he's a wizard, so you may have. You have prestidigitation.
I think.
Prestidigitation. That weird word.
What?
Yeah. How are you? How's Arya looking?
I think she looks decent enough. Like the average person, she doesn't look too fancy or too dirty at the same time. She just looks normal.
So she blends.
Mm-hmm.
Want to say she blends in?
Yeah, kind of.
And then who's next? You would gotta pick you. Caitlin, how's your character?
How's she looking? I would say that her armor has seen better days, and her hair is definitely not as well groomed as it is in that picture. It's probably looking a bit
Alright.
matted, actually. Yeah.
So her being a druid, and they spend a lot of time in nature, so around trees, dirt, and land, and
Yeah.
whatnot. So I could just imagine what you've been up to before this point, and so
Yeah, I haven't had a bath probably in a bit, so I probably smell not as bad as a hobo, but I'm getting there.
Well, we're in a sewer,
right.
so
That's true.
Yeah, your smell. You probably have more of a nature smell
Yeah.
to you, so nature
Lo-
will definitely blend
Very
in.
earthy, yeah.
All right, and what about next one? Rogar, what about your character?
I look well kept. Like there's some dirt, but you always see like the brass scales and certain like stuff will shine off it occasionally.
All right. So how would you say is he?
He he looks well kept, but like just out of like culture, I guess. Like he's a person that doesn't
Right.
want. It's a weird thing. He's a person that doesn't want to draw attention, but he looks as a person that draws attention.
Yeah. Give me a perception check, by the way. I didn't get back to what you were doing earlier, so
Perception check.
just give me a perception
Sure.
check. Just
Oh,
Rogar.
just Rogar. Okay.
I mean, I think he's like a 7-foot dragonborn. He can try not to, but he's going to draw attention.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, he's
but I mean, like he doesn't like try to like hide his skills or anything, but he's very noticed.
yeah. This is why I'm not doing a stealth check. I'm doing a perception. I mean, deception. I guess it's just noticeable that everybody's looking at you. You kind of see like the same. It's the same natural. Same natural like gasp of like oh, and then people are kind of look over your way, and they look back towards each other like the gospel hens of the city. They always like look at you, and then they look at each other, and then they look back at you, and then they look at each other. And you just hear them whispering, and it's basically there's something that you've seen, but you can't really tell whether or not like someone's giving you like the evil eye or something. Even the thugs back then, even the thugs back there were kind of also in the thing. They would think like they look at you, and then they're like, obviously it's a dragonborn, something they don't see. But as you do that, you guys kind of see
Oh, it's moving! It's moving!
yeah, you guys see this one person like kind of cross your path, and then talk to these two guards here, whoever can see the guards, and then you just disappear. I guess what is you guys' passive perception? Who has a perception of 13 or higher? And if you do, give me an insight check.
I have 12.
Wait, I'm looking.
If you have 13 or higher, give me an insight check.
I have a 13.
And the DC. Okay, and give me an insight check, and then the DC is. So if you beat a 13, I'll.
Damn it!
And she knows even
You
less.
felt, yeah, you guys felt like it's just another person like in here passing. Pretty much it. Yeah. So now, you guys can enter the. Yeah. So Jade is starting to flow up, so you can start to walk up. Jade, as you're walking up, you start to see weird faces you have never seen before. These guys all look like something you would maybe catch in the Thieves Guild. You heard of the Thieves Guilds before, but this is probably your first encounter in an actual Thieves Guild of a
Yeah,
city.
I would say so.
You know that the Thieves Guild provides a lot of useful information, but you can give me a history check if you want more information, how useful they are to
Okay.
cities. You just know that.
Also, I'm just gonna say Jade. Probably she looks kind of clean. She's actually trying to hide the fact of exactly who she is, so that the person she's looking for doesn't realize that I'm looking for them. But she's not like
All right.
filthy or anything. She's just not going out of her way to show who she actually is.
Yeah. So yeah. So you guys yeah. You blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, you know that the thieves guilds, some cities let thieves guilds uh well, like they set up shops for like black markets and stuff. It's just kind of like a balance for a lot of the cities, particularly this city, like keeps it as a balance check, and they work with the thieves guild to make sure that anything that does happen, thieves guilds are they're kind of more allied to helping, basically helping the city, the city guards and the city administration, city rule, like the basically the, how would you call it, like the authorities, I guess, the officials, city officials and whatnot and what have you. They these skills just keep a check, for them, and make sure that anything that's happening down there, they know about it. So it's a good way to make sure that the city doesn't get taken over or plots don't happen. And the thief guilds provide this kind of service, like in return for things that they can overlook, that the thieves guild might get into, like they'll do uh, they probably will do shady things, but in return for overlooking that, they obviously help kind of maintain the status quo up with the commoners, everyday city life, versus all the stuff that happens, all the back end deals are not really allowed, but these guys kind of just keep an eyeful check. So you you're walking in and you see a lot of, I guess, not really ruffians, but that just the first two people that you see there, they look like the type that have seen stuff that definitely, these are not the these are not the people you want to just like pick a bar fight with. Definitely people who probably jump at you before you jump at them, especially because this is the main thieves guild's cantina. This is the main, like, if you want information, you're probably at the right place.
Okay.
Okay, can keep going, or anyone can walking on through.
I'm doing the walking thing.
Okay, so you pass up Jade and Rogar, and you kind of follows
I would actually make
Caitlin's.
a point of trying to stay at the front just in case. Like I said, the character's tank. They want to be ready in case something does happen.
All right, so you guys, yeah, you guys come up like this, and now you see this person and that person, like they get out of their seats, and you see this person as well, just kind of like he looks at you, like he gets out of his seat at you. He turns around, he's like, "Whoa!" And he just stares at you. This guy right here, he stares at you, looks you up and down, just walks past by you as he looks you up and down, looks at everybody else.
Yeah, I just kind of nod in his direction.
Then this guy over here, he kind of comes over there, and you see a table just kind of empty out.
Yeah, I think I would roll. Would it be an insight on that to see why they would have done that?
Sure.
Jack squat.
Yeah, you're not too sure. It you might have gotten a feeling, but your feeling doesn't give you any arousing suspicion of any. Just feels like, um, this is the thieves guild. Thieves got things to do and contracts to fulfill. So maybe you walked in at the right time where everybody has table just. And as you're coming in, you hear start to hear music, background playing.
What direction is
Wait a
the
minute.
bar?
Is that an orc?
What is it?
The character at the bottom right. Look at the pictures. Bottom right of the tavern, should say.
Is that a what is it?
An orc.
Oh, right here?
Yeah, that dude.
Yeah, yeah, you can give me it's a history check.
Dudes in here that look a little odd to me, and that's him, and I don't know how to do the pulse. I have no idea.
Might want to lower your music there.
I'm gonna go sit down at the empty table.
Yeah, this music loud.
Alright, go ahead. Yeah, you can lower it in the settings.
I'm just gonna make a note. Lyric is laying under the table. He's not on the table, he's under the table.
Okay, so yeah, go up and I do. I guess you said, would it be history check on that guy? See what he is.
On the orc?
On the orc? Yeah, you can.
I mean, because
Or intelligence check, basically.
the history would be better.
Or a wisdom. I guess a wisdom or a history.
History would be better.
Alright, let's see. Yeah, you know that's a half orc.
Okay, and one other dude. Crap, wait a minute. Let me try to get my thing. I don't know how to do the. But the dude above the cat that's like at the.
The one that says Lesker?
Is that what that's, no, the he's other side, like diagonal, on the table opposite.
This one?
Yeah, opposite of that, like diagonal.
This one?
Yeah,
Yeah, that it's
That
lizard folk.
okay, because I can't tell what it was from the
Yeah.
picture.
You know, lizard folk by humans are considered a good aligned race. Just like Dragonborn, the half orc though, you know half orcs are really rare, and they're not considered good aligned race, as well as this were rat opposite of you.
Okay. So yeah, keep my eye on them. I can't just keep my eye open in general. We're in the middle of a thieves guild.
And you comes in and I guess he just. And yeah, Caitlin, are you just gonna
Well, it's a
stand in the wall?
bar, so I'm gonna go and get a drink.
The tender, he looks at you, says, "Ah, yes. How can I help you?"
I would like a ale, please, sir.
All right, ale. And what brings you to our establishment? You guys seem very out of place, if I might say.
Yes, we do. We're here out of curiosity, and wondering, have you heard anything about this horrible flu going around? You seem to be a well-connected gentleman, so
Well, that sort of money, or I mean, that sort of talk has to have money involved. Not just give it
of course not.
for free.
So I discreetly get out 2 gold, or the equivalent of 2 gold, and kind of just slide it in his direction.
And it says, well, you know, this just pays for your ale.
Of course. My mistake. It's been a while, so I just
Two
take out-
2 gold for 1 ale. Jeez.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Is-
we're in
I
the
just
like.
take-
Pretty sure the only ale
slums.
you're gonna find is fine ale. You're in a thieves guild.
And I just take out another 2, and I just give him a knowing wink, and slide that over.
Says, seeing as you're new, guess, he sizes you up and down. He just, looks at you and says, give me a second. Let me see if the boss is in. Boss.
Thank you.
And he goes over, him do his thing, and he comes back towards you, and he hands you an ale. He goes, yeah, boss is in. I'll let you know. Like, and that's all he says.
Okay.
And he like steps over and starts to talk to the guy next.
Okay. Well, I guess he's done talking to me, so I'll go and take a seat.
Do I notice anyone interesting to me?
You can give me history check. If you wanna. I mean, the only thing I could tell you is that both the you know the difference between a were-rat, and then there's the were-rat and the tiger next over. You're not sure whether that's a tabaxi or something else. The only thing you can, he says, the thing about the guy on the other side, that he might be a Rakasha.
Oh no!
Rakashas
Oh no!
Rakashas usually don't ever leave their region. Rakashas just stay in Rakasha. Like, whatever Rakashas are up to, if there's one, there's probably more than one around. But you're like, wait a minute, there's no way. Why would they be? And then why would they be in the Thieves Guild? You're not too sure whether this is. You know that there's some tabaxis that look like, there's one noble house that looks like they look like actual tigers. Like, they have a tiger mane to them. Like, their skin is like tigerish, but yeah, you won't be able to tell on this.
Okay. Do I notice?
And the were-rat,
Say whatever about the rare rat, but not.
that's a were-rat. For sure, like, compared to the other one who was a rat folk, this one is a were-rat. So this one can definitely transform. And you just see them there talking.
Okay. Do I notice the bard?
You notice the bard? Yeah. Well, yeah, he's sitting there. You notice he even though he has horns, he has these legs under him that are like a sheep.
Mm-hmm.
He has hooves on. So he's definitely not a tiefling.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure I know what he is myself. So, but I roll a history check to see if my character knows what race he is.
Sure.
Okay. I think I know what he is myself, but I don't know if my character knows. My character knows. Is it a satyr?
Yeah, it's a satyr.
Yay.
Also, the guy Caitlin was talking to is also a satyr. They look alike. Like not like from the you could tell they're both definitely not. They're both satyrs. Even though you haven't seen the guy behind the counter, you haven't seen the bottom half. You could tell that. And that's really rare too. Like this, basically, this Thieves Guild holds a lot of rare individuals. So there's definitely, if you can deduce anything, it's probably that there's definitely more, like these kind of black markets are more than just your normal scope. So you would have to wonder why this is allowed by the city officials. You guys are just sitting there, and it's like, 15 minutes passes by and nothing happens.
Yeah, just kind of.
You guys are just sitting there twiddling your thumbs. I would say by this time, let me have a Constitution check on that.
Yeah, I was just thinking that, knowing my luck, the ale isn't that great.
I'm gonna say you feel slightly buzzed, not strongly buzzed, but you feel your blood a little bit heated. You think that? Give me an insight check. Oh, you probably feel like if you have one more of these, it'll get you drunk. Like right now you feel fine, but the next one will probably get you more.
Yeah, I just go.
Le-
I just go. If you're a lighthead, do not drink this ale.
I would have. I'm a dwarf. I would have heard that. Well, I should try this. Gotten a nail then. So yeah, I would need to roll Constitution then. What do you expect from a dwarf I'm gonna drink?
Of course. And you go, it gets you buzzed, eh?
Is it? Yeah, is it? Doesn't do jack shit to me.
Yeah. Damn elves can't handle their liquor.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well,
So, yeah, the bard takes a quick break, and he's just sitting there. You guys are just he's just tuning his instrument, and you guys are all just sitting there. And by this time, Caitlin would probably have finished her drink. It's been 30 minutes since you guys entered, and you want to talk to him.
yes.
All right, go ahead and you have to go stand next to him because he's playing, isn't it? Hear you as well.
I thought you said he was tuning his thingy.
Yeah. Go ahead and but you would have to go talk to him because he's not gonna move. You walk to him and he looks at you and says, hi,
Hi.
can I help you?"
I was. You're a bard, right?
I mean,
Sorry, I'm just. I didn't plan what I would say.
dear, is that all you have to say for yourself? Well, what brings your party here?
Curiosity.
Always seems to kill the cat, I say.
Well, I would hope I would survive.
I just want to point out you got me laughing at that.
No, I must say that us here at the Thieves Guild, we just look at your party and we could tell right away that you guys are out of place.
I mean, I'm kind of used to that by now.
I'm pretty sure, as you can see, I'm also used to myself. This is where my kind usually belongs. Places away from the upper echelon and more in the nook and crannies. Yeah, so what does bring you to the area?
Out of character, I'm not sure what to say.
He just looks at you and says, well, I guess you're not much one to talk, huh?
Sorry.
Best be careful if you with that attitude. And yeah, give me a perception check.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you oblivious to everybody. Like you're kind of have your feet are like inward, and you're like maybe playing with your fingers and like kind of awkward at this moment. Bart just looks at you and says, "What's that? Are you sure you came to the right area? Because normally people here have things to. Your group's just been sitting there for about 30 minutes or so, doing nothing. Not even one shred of conversation." I mean, I feel bad for your group. Almost seems like you want to have a target on you. Especially that dwarf over there. It was very obvious in her looks. Normally we don't get that sort of mercenary. Normally when we do, they're usually fallen mercenaries who go over to the arena pit. It's like maybe you guys should go to the arena pit and check that out. It might be something trope like yours might be interested in. Make some extra coin while you're here. But it is pretty bloody, let me tell you. And probably suggest not to double cross any of the people that hold the arena area. Definitely don't double cross them. Who you want to stay away from. Unless you're there to entertain the masses of the underground here.
Okay. Thanks for the tip, I guess. I'm actually gonna just give him like what one or two pieces of gold as like a thank you for the tip, and also a tip for his music playing, because I think he's pretty good.
He looks at you, he says, goes, "What is this?" Goes, and he like stops you before you tip him. He like stops you and he says, "Girl, keep your coin. Like, I'm not here for your entertainment. Just lucky that you caught me playing here while I'm doing nothing. I'm not really here for anyone's entertainment other than my. Keep your coin."
Well, yeah. Then.
But I guess I can appreciate the sentiment, if you will. I know I'm that good. and then he goes back, like he looks back at his instrument and he keeps tuning it. And you hear him like play notes and stuff. Like he's not really playing like what the background is showing, but he's just playing his note.
I'm just gonna go back to the table now.
As he see you awkwardly, and like he's looking and he raises one eyebrow, like, and he kind of shakes his head. As you guys doing that, things are moving along.
Yeah.
But I have heard what the bard said about me being obvious.
Yeah, give me a
Basically, what he said about me.
yeah, give me a perception check. Yeah, you didn't hear anything. He was kind of being really. He wasn't really talking that crazy loud, although Arya might have been talking louder. Yeah, but you might have heard your name, but you're not really sure what. I mean, not your name, but you might have heard Dorf.
Yeah.
And you're kind of like interested in hearing it, but you're not really picking up.
Okay.
Even though it's kind of like, even though it's kind of in your perception, he's really not being like extra loud. He's kind of keeping that really cool guy voice, kind of talking to Arya in just in their 5-foot vicinity.
I'm gonna.
But you can give me a insight check.
Nope. Open. Wait a sec. Open. Well, that's better.
So yeah, you kind of have this odd feeling that you stand out too much. People are starting to notice like that you're kind of a paladin, and paladins generally don't seem to fit in these sort of establishment. You're probably the one that brings the most attention, even though you have the
7-foot
dragonborn
dragonborn
right next to you. Yeah. Even though you have this dragonborn, you bring the most attention to.
Lovely.
Yeah.
But yeah, like another 15 minutes go by. It's been 45 minutes, and Arya, after talking to him, having a good conversation, like nothing's happening. Not too
Having a
sure
good
what's.
conversation.
Yeah, I'm just like, well, his boss. I don't think his boss is going to help us. Unless he's like, one of those jerks who makes you sit around waiting for an hour. So does anyone else want to do anything?
I'm gonna mention the arena thing.
Not sort of my kind of thing, but if anyone else wants to try, I'm happy to spectate.
Just something to look into.
So yeah, you guys are just sitting around. Are you guys gonna stay longer? Or are you guys gonna leave? What are you guys gonna?
Actually, I'd like to point out that it's about 8:55 now.
It's been 3. Do you guys still want to continue, or do you guys want to? It says I've been live for 20. Yeah, so maybe another 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Another hour. So to you.
I was wanting to do something, but if the
Uh,
others want to,
Yeah, I'm good.
And I'll see if you guys still want to go.
Rogar, you still with us?
Yep.
You haven't said much, and the character's been really quiet there, but
Honestly, I kind of just think that's the way Rokar is. He's kind of quiet type. Seems like.
so yeah, all right. I guess we can keep going. So yeah, one more hour and then we'll call it for the session. But yeah, so you guys are sitting there, and Arya tells you guys about the arena that just like arena for our basically if you want to step into the ring. Very not to double cross anybody there. Test your metal if you want. Other than that, only the real information that you guys got in so far. And yeah, it seems like they're either making you, as Caitlin said, they're either making you guys wait or they're just ignoring you guys. But I guess.
I'll be back in a minute. I am going to the bathroom.
All right. Rogar, is there anything your character wants to do?
Not really.
All right. But he has no insight or anything to say. He's just like
He doesn't even want to
Kinda
be
just,
here. He didn't want to be here in the first place.
so. I guess you guys are just gonna stay there for another cool minute, or are you guys gonna?
Well, I'm like, well, there's the fighting pit, or there's the. Didn't someone want to go and sell something, like the merchant? We can always check that out as well.
Yeah, you
Yeah, that's the two things. Has anybody asked about the flu down here yet?
the loot.
The flu.
I
flu?
asked
Has anybody
the
asked about that yet?
the bartender, and he said something about like, let me ask my boss or something, and that's the last I heard. That's all I've done.
Yeah, is there? Oh, you look. You is there anything that you wants to do? Yeah, Caitlin said that the boss might have something, but it's not too certain if they're just making them wait on purpose or if they're not gonna help them at all. But
While we're waiting,
Yeah, it just
I'll
seems
go
to-
ask the bartender about if there's any merchants around.
Wait,
We already heard about merchants from
Okay,
the
do we know
smith.
where they're at?
Yeah, they were actually next door to him, I do believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
yeah, ignore the last roll that I did. Yeah, so you're gonna ask the bartender? Guessing?
Oh well, if the party already knows where the merchants are, that's all. I'd like to go see what they've got for sale here. That's so while we're waiting, I'd like to see if I can visit the merchant.
I would go with you to try to get a price with the leather.
let's just all go because we've just been sitting here awkwardly for like ever now, so
Yeah, that
we
sounds
might
good.
as well just leave now.
No one ever thought to say, no one thought to roll charisma for small talk.
Before we leave, I want to go tell the bartender, because Aria told me that the bartender wouldn't talk to the boss, right? So
I did,
do
yes.
know that.
Kaylin.
Oh.
Yeah.
Kaylin, sorry,
Yeah.
apologies. I'd like to go talk to the bartender, let him know we're going to go to the merchant, and then if the boss pings us, that we'll be at the merchant. So I'm going to head over there, and I'm going to tell him that. And so the party and I are going to go to see the merchants. So if the boss does want to see us or is finally ready for us, could you send somebody to see us at the merchants?
Goes send someone. Interesting. I don't think we run that kind of establishment. But if you want to pay one of the runners there, maybe they'll be obliged to help you do that sort of thing.
Instead of paying the runners, is there any? Could I pay you to have the boss see us now?
I mean, he says, yeah, he starts to think up and down. Like some- He goes, you know what? He goes, all right. It'll cost you 80 if you want to speed up the process and talk to the boss. 80 Electrum.
All right.
Because other than that, you could probably pay the runner, and they usually charge like about 25 Electrum start, but that's up to them.
Well, if we can see the boss now, I'll
Any-
give you 80 Electrum.
He goes, all right.
No more waiting. That's I want to see the boss now. All of us, we want to go.
All right, and then you see that you see him like stick his hand under the bar, like on his side. You're not sure what he's doing, but he sticks his hand, and then all of a sudden, this guy walks on over to you. He goes, yeah, what's up? And he goes, yeah, guy wants to go see the boss. Take him to go see the boss. He goes, oh, all right. Guess I'll take him to Boston. Yeah, come with me.
All right. Well, bartender,
And
I think.
then yeah, he says for you to follow him.
Now, is he just taking you along with him?
No, I asked for the whole party.
Oh, he did. Oh, you did? Okay. I didn't hear that part, but if you said for the whole party,
Yeah.
I guess the whole party can come.
As I walk back to the table, it's I tell everybody. They could hear everything that went on. They were.
Yeah.
It's like, well, let's go see the boss real quick.
Sounds good to me.
Like I can't get the.
I jumped the guy.
Right this way. And he goes, boss, there's someone here to see you. Goes right this way. Step right in. And Rogar seems to be the only one at the table. And then Caitlin?
Yep.
Because these guys want to see you. Apparently they have some kind of business. They've just been sitting around for about an hour, not drinking or saying much. What a weird group. Especially, look at this. You got.
I would like to point out.
You got a dwarf. You got a cat.
My
You
character
got that
can't
thing in the back.
move. I just keep pulsing.
And you got another elf. What a weird group, huh, boss? Like, yeah. Interesting group indeed. I'm amazed that even a dwarf and an elf would aim party. So tell me, why is there two elves and a dwarf and a cat, dragonborn, in the same party?
For shits and giggles.
Shits and giggles, ha ha!
That's a good one.
I just give Arya a wink. Such a good one.
Just and giggles. I mean, last I heard is that you dwarves and elves are just like still at each other's throats. It's been a long while since the war. You still doing. Yeah, you guys are still at each other's throats. But to be a party with elves and dwarves is, whoa.
Let's just put it this way: there's coin involved if we do well.
Yeah. I just nodded and go, yeah, pretty much. The things you do for coin.
By more anonymous.
Well then, I guess it's true. I mean, I'm in the business of making money myself, you know. So I guess I rebuttal to that, but yeah. Step right in and make lock the door behind you, okay? You see the door just leaves and he locks the door. So I'm the leader of the Thieves Guild. My name is Swiftthorn, and I've been watching you for a whole hour there, like suckers. I mean, you guys are sitting around looking hella, conspicuous. I mean, it's kind of like you have a target on your back. I mean, people have been walking around just talking about you guys. I don't know if you noticed this, but people have definitely taken a fancy to you. Amazing that you guys even how'd you even find this place? I mean, you guys are just some lucky saps. Which way did you get in first? As a matter of fact, tell me what how'd you guys get here? This is interesting.
We came through the sewer. There's the.
Well, no shit, dummy. Everybody comes through the sewer.
That's right. The door with your rather rudimentary puzzle. That's we came through there.
I see.
But let's get past that. It's now that we're here. I'd like to see if you have any information or know anything about this flu that's.
I mean, I might know some information, but why should I privy any information? What makes you so special?
We're here to eradicate it. So it would be much appreciated if you were to aid in this. Who knows? Maybe there might be coin.
Coin. This definitely. I mean, it's always that one airheaded inquisitor. Just don't know left from right. I swear to God, I don't even know why she's. I mean, yeah, we seen a bunch of people here, very suspicious, but honestly, I don't have that much clues myself, other than, give me a charisma check. He goes, and he says, you know what? Just because your group seems kind of interesting, you know, I guess, and you waited long enough. I mean, I made you guys wait pretty much an hour over. I'll give you a name. Apparently, there's some yokel that does hang around with the rats, and he's been buying up all sorts of stuff. We haven't kept an eye on this guy. He's very elusive. Obviously not one in particular to leave tracks. So, particularly we're not trying to find this guy, and that flu to us doesn't mean a goddamn thing. I mean, it hasn't affected any of us folks down here, and so it hasn't affected any business up above either. So we really don't care, but.
Not yet.
Yeah, if anything, not yet. Of course, not yet. I mean, who cares? I mean, if anything was to happen, believe you me. I mean, we don't really care. I mean, we obviously have our own defenses against certain precautions. To us, we just see it as another one of those superstitions. You know, so what does it matter to us if life is good and business is great? I mean,
Don't
but in any
people
case,
that have a business?
people don't have what? Girl, speak up.
Don't you need people to have a business? Because people buy whatever you're selling. And if there's no people to buy what you're selling, then there's no business.
I mean, you think a big city like Paragon is just gonna go down in flames and in a matter of days, girl? I mean, no. I'm pretty sure you might not know and understand how the world works. I certainly.
I mean, I've seen cities go down in flames.
Yeah, you're an elf.
I'm a what?
Oh no, wait. Ooh, no, it was the Dragonborn. I thought it was a. Yeah, wait. That thing over there talks Yahoo, man. Like, what's your name over there? You know, there's only about 2 Dragonborn in the city, and you're probably the 3rd one.
Wouldn't there be 3 in this?
What brings you? Wait, what?
Well, then wouldn't there be 3 in the city?
Well, that's what I'm saying. You be the 3rd one.
You happen to know what color their scales were?
Yeah, one has scales just like yours, orangey. And he works for Mer Blue. I'm surprised you haven't seen him. He works in. He's always at their tavern, so he never comes out of that place. And the other one works as a city official. Sometimes works with Mer Blue, and sometimes works. Who knows what that guy's up to?
Do you know what scales his look like?
Actually, I do not. I've never seen the guy or the girl. Particular matter. I'm not sure what gender that individual is. I just know that the only one that I have seen before is the Mer Blue one. He fancies himself as just a regular bard that likes to sing for the yokels of Mer Blue.
You see any like dense, I guess, families of rats in any certain locations down here?
Boy, this is sewer. There's all type of creatures down here. We see rats all the goddamn time.
Yeah, but I mean, like, is there like a place where they frequent more often than the others?
That's interesting note. I never thought about it like that myself. I mean, I don't got time to be looking around, and none of my people really ain't interested in this case anyhow.
Was there at least a place where there's always rats if you ever look by?
I mean, they're always around. What can I tell you? I mean, they sneak up on you. I mean, I kick them all the goddamn time myself. Drop them right in one of those, run it right in one of those chasms that be lying around and stuff. At least you came in the right way, because the other ways have like these chasm holes that go all the way down, like way deep in there. We don't know where those chasms lead. I can tell you that they lead pretty much really far down, so just be careful, watch your step. Definitely a lot of unloose ground around these areas.
Well, you mentioned that the orphan that hangs around with the rats. He's been buying a lot of things. It's does he come in very often, or do you know roundabout where he hangs out?
No, we particularly saw this character because he didn't look suspicious for the folks down here, but we keep tabs and stuff like that. What I can tell you is that one yokel came in and he bought all this stuff, and all of a sudden he just disappeared. Never really seen him again. Time to time he'll just show up, but it's like, yeah, no one knows who he is, so he might be someone you might be looking for, but I'll tell you this much: there was one clue that we heard about, and his name in particular apparently might go by the MO of the Rat King. That's at least is what some of the yokels have been calling this individual. Apparently, he likes to, you know, dwell amongst the rats. That's probably the only clue anybody really has of the vicious being, but
All right. That's do you know what he purchased? Was it all, or where was he purchasing this at? One of your merchants here?
yeah, probably. I say you probably should go talk to knows about this kind of stuff. Probably talk to Cree, Mira. They're at the corner back end of the markets. Probably see some, like, you've probably seen these strange looking guards that just stand in front of a wall. Well, if you go way past them, the end of that hall, you'll probably see that's where Mira and the Cree's market is. And his name isn't just Cree, it's actually like a bird sound, like Cree. That. So just yeah, you might want to not piss off Cree when you say his name. Anyhow, just let you know that a lot of people have taken interest in your group, so just be careful. There's always these drifters that like under in here, you know. See, they come in here for their own businesses. It's usually just to steal from unsuspecting folk. You know, they like to hide and hoard their stuff down here in the sewers. No one really comes down here. So all I gotta say is just be careful. They might have already taken a fancy into the group. And though some of you guys kind of look like, I know you over there. You know, I could smell the earth dirt on you, girl.
I just gotta try not to look nervous.
But in any case, yeah, you Dorf, you best be careful. People don't like your kind down here, I'll tell you that much. I'm pretty sure some of the people down at the tavern already looked at you. Careful.
I mean, everyone looks at her fun.
Really? Do they now?
Oh yeah.
No, I was referring to the part whoever just said that people always look at me funny.
All right. Well, Swiftthorn.
So anything else?
Well, Swiftthorn, I greatly appreciate the info. It's I think we'll be off to see Mara and Cree. Or I'm sorry, Cree. Yeah, there we go.
Hey, you know what? Between us, tell you, we have bets when new adventures want. Won't tell you what the bet is, but
Who's gonna?
let you know that we're already betting on what this group is gonna do. So entertain me, please. Entertain me.
Question. Is there a Is there a big enough spot where I wouldn't be able to let's see, how big is the room?
Pretty big. It's bigger than you.
I'm not
I was supposed to say
moving.
like
I'm
maybe.
just trying to move so I can see the light around the room.
Yeah, technically you can't do that. That's
Well, I mean, like, I can see it. I just don't want to make sure, like, all right.
yeah, doing that would exact like if you can't see it, that's the whole point, that you can't see it.
All right, and then yeah, I guess I'd
So that's your warning. That's your warning on it. Next time it'll be something like an enfeeblement, or you roll on the shit list. Essentially.
I'd
Uh,
I'm gonna just right here. I mean, never mind. Not gonna do that.
all right, yeah, you can see the wondering. All right, so yeah, he tells you. So, anything else you guys need? Cause I think you entertained me far enough. You guys been an interesting, pleasurable group.
Um, thank you for your time. I assume you're a very busy individual, so we should get going then and talk to Cree or Mirror.
Says, I'll tell you what. For another 80 coins, I'll give you this insignia.
Well,
I won't tell you what it's for, but if you pay for it, then I'll tell you what. What do you say?
I just kind of sigh and thinking and go, this is turning out to be a very expensive trip. And I give him the 80.
All right, and he flips over the insignia. Goes, if you ever have an issue, girl, I'll let you have an audience with me. Anytime.
Excellent.
Only you, though.
Only me, though.
Everybody else here might have to find other means of gathering my attention. Very busy man. But for you, girl, you coughed up the coin. You get an audience anytime you.
Well, definitely worth the 85 then. Thank you.
Okay, great. I was gonna suggest we all pitch in, but I guess.
Yeah, you can always intervene if you want. But yeah, you did the deed, so all right then, off with you. I got stuff to do. And remember now, entertain me. And he just like smirks and he does this little jig and he like sits back in his chair and he looks down like smiling.
Yeah, I'm gonna go now. So I just kind of walk out the door.
I would
Oh,
be
did
walking
you
out,
lock
but
the
I
door?
need to
Is the
load
door
my
locked or
game
can
again.
I open?
Oh, that's right. So I kind of knock on the door and go, can we go now?
Oh yeah, no, the door is open on
Oh,
this
okay.
side. It's locked from.
All right, yeah, sorry. Then I step out then.
It'd be kind of weird if, the boss's second just decided to lock the boss in his room. No, it's about 9:30 now. As I said, I'm having problems with my phone charging, so I'm gonna have to go. So I can make sure I can figure this out because my phone's starting to run low.
All right. Yeah, you guys I guess we can stop here if you guys want.
Yeah, I would play longer, but I've actually got an appointment about 11 my time, so I probably should head off and get.
Alrighty,
that.
guys. All right. Yeah. So you guys got some information now, and have more ideas as to this area and the head leader of the Thieves Guild. Guess we'll we'll pick it up next session, and yeah, so and I'll go ahead and make my up. So yeah, thanks guys for joining us. Of course, till next time, Yana.